What's going on, guys? My name is Casey. I'm the very proud founder of Fit Food Fresh, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some Q&A. Actually, just the A. I already got the Q from Sherry in Toronto, Canada. She had a question on pricing and how to price out the meals in her meal plan, and that's one of the most important questions or things to figure out when you're starting a meal plan company. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I've got more Q&A videos on their way. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate and I love doing the Q&A because it shows me that I've got something to share with you guys, and that makes me feel great. And I love that you guys are appreciating and using the information that I've amassed in this brain of mine. So be sure to send me any other questions that you may have. And of course, subscribe, hit those alerts, and hit the comments as well.
Welcome to our channel where we go behind the scenes of our meal plan company Fit Food Fresh and other local businesses across South Florida. Make sure you hit the subscribe and alerts so you never miss a video, and hit us with any questions or suggestions.
All right, let's talk pricing. Pricing's honestly going to be one of the first things I would want to figure out if I was starting a meal plan from scratch. Why? Well, pricing's going to tell me a lot about the product, the service, and the company in general. It's going to tell me who my demographic is, how I'm going to approach them, what kind of items I'm going to have on the menu, how big my portions can be, what ingredients can I afford to put in those amazing menu items. Is it going to be frozen, prepackaged stuff, or is it going to be fresh, organic, wild-caught salmon, and all sorts of other buzzwords? Well, that's all going to come down to pricing. What I would do is figure out first who your demographic is going to be, and it may help to imagine a spectrum and think about your demographic, who you want to target. Maybe you're a CrossFit competitor and you have a great access to a network of a bunch of other CrossFit competitors. So you're going to go for the bodybuilder athlete, probably people who don't want to pay a lot and they kind of look at food as more just fuel. And that's great, but if they look at it as fuel, they're not going to be impressed by the flavors or anything else. So there's not too much of a justification to get that extra price, because all they're going to be thinking, especially if they're an athlete and they take their fitness very seriously, they're going to be this close to going back and prepping all day Sunday, especially when they start doing the math and they're like, man, this cost me a lot of time. My time's not worth that much. I'll spend all day Sunday doing this instead of paying for a meal plan. It's not logical, especially when you monetize how much someone's average hours worth and how much time they spend prepping. But that's a very hard argument to have when they've already canceled your program or never signed up. Now, on the opposite end of this spectrum, we're going to have people who are willing to pay more money, but it's because their priorities are different. It's going to be a professional who understands their time is worth. I love attorneys because we're on the high end. We charge a lot from our meals, but an attorney doesn't care because the attorney's thinking, my hour's worth $450. If this company can save me 1 hour a week, I save $450 a week. Awesome. Where do I sign up? All we have to do is deliver on the level of quality, service, and product and consistency in delivery that they're going to expect for that price range. So not only think about who your demographic is, who you're going to be targeting, but also what their expectations are going to be. Again, we've got cheap meals. Hopefully they've got lower expectations. They'll let you do some frozen, prepackaged stuff. And trust me, there's room for everybody, and there are going to be plenty of loyal clients who are down at that end. But unfortunately, when your competition across the street offers 50 cents cheaper or $1 cheaper, where do you think these people are going to go if their decision is based on price? If you're giving them boiled chicken and the guys across the street are giving them boiled chicken for 50 cents less, they're going across the street. Now, on this end, we're going to be able to define who we are and set ourselves apart a bit more, but it's obviously going to cost. Not only is it going to cost the customer, but it's going to cost you, because you're going to have a higher level of skill back there. And by back there, I mean the kitchen. You're going to have a higher level of skill in here. And by that, I mean customer service. And then you're going to have to be purchasing higher quality ingredients and also keeping the menu fresh, because again, the expectations over here are going to be a bit higher. Now over here, what am I talking about? Well, we charge $14 to $18 per meal. We're able to do that because we put larger portions on your plate, we put higher quality ingredients on your plate, we're consistent with our delivery, and it's all backed by a customer service team that you can't touch. If you check us out on Yelp, we're the highest rated meal plan in the entire country. This was actually a quote from review like 116, 5-star review number 116. This one put us over the edge, and we beat some company in California, and then we just gapped them. They haven't even touched us yet. So that's all because we charge a lot more than our competitors. We can pay these guys a lot more than our competitors. We can pay the kitchen guys and for the ingredients. We can do everything that they can't do because they're selling a $7, $8, or $9 meal. We started off at $9, and we raised our price every single year. Again, now we're at 14 and 18. We're waiting to raise the price. We're actually probably going to do it with the new menu launch, or the new website launch, and that's just the name of the game. The people who appreciate that level of quality of service and product have no problem paying for it because it's meeting their expectations. The person that doesn't care that much is going to have a big problem with our price. The person that's okay with meal prepping and eating tilapia and frozen, freeze-dried, boring garbage food, they're going to be okay with Jimmy John's and McDonald's and wherever else, you name it. Now, the people over here who are just looking at food as fuel, it's going to be harder to stand out. You could stand out with amazing service, but unfortunately, what I've found is at the lower spectrum, you're still going to have the same high expectations. And if someone's buying a $7 meal and they're expecting a $20 meal, that's your fault. You didn't set the right expectations, or maybe it's even something that you can't control. But at the end of the day, they're going to blame you for that. And that's going to show up on your Yelp and your Google and your reviews, and that's going to hurt you. Over here, these people, skip that. Now, in between, there's plenty of room to play. You can find that happy medium of the busy working professional who doesn't really need it to be super clean or super fancy or larger portions, but they also don't want to eat boiled chicken and tilapia. So just figure out where your clientele is going to be, and that'll give you an idea of where your pricing should be, right? Makes sense? If you're going to be targeting a niche, maybe you want to do vegan, maybe you want to do organic. If you find someone who either has a dietary preference or a dietary restriction where they have to eat this kind of food, or they really want to eat this kind of food, they love you just giving them a menu and saying, you can order anything off of this. This is vegan, gluten-free, organic, and this is everything that you want, checks all your boxes. They will never leave you because it's harder to find that out there. It's harder for them to make it, but you have to make sure that you're in an area that has enough people in that niche who you can tap into to give you a sustaining member base.